Hello, good people of YouTube. And the bad people of YouTube, since you guys want to be recognized. Mountbatten here. And today, update 14.10 is going live, at least on the North American server, the superior server.
It's what makes America great, and England okay, and France terrible.
So in today's video, we are going to go through the update notes, talk about the highlights of the update, and go over what you need to know in order to get the most out of this update. And today's video is brought to you by last Sunday's video, the Battle of Leyte Gulf cinematic that we finally, after working on it for months, got released. If you haven't checked that video out, please go check it out. For some reason, the algorithm seems to absolutely hate it. Everyone who watches it seems to love it, given, the responses in the comment section. But yeah, for whatever reason, the algorithm overlords has decided that a video with, 6-7 months worth of work put into it is not going to get pushed out. But yeah, make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. But anyway, now let's go ahead and talk about update 14.10, which is titled Temporal Rift, because this update, ladies and gentlemen, marks the introduction of missiles into World of Warships. Missiles proper, not photon torpedoes that are missiles we know in a trench coat.
I don't trust something like that.
I'm ready to buy right now.
Open that button.
I will not buy if you want me to get naked. I don't feel like that's appropriate.
Actual missiles. So, yeah, interesting times indeed. So, that's of course where the update article starts, which link to this will be in the description down below. Of course, I'm going to throw up any relevant images or artwork concerning the update. Of course, the background footage right now is the Temporal Rift mode, so there you go for that. But anyway, let's get on into it. Temporal Rift, a new temporary battle type, opens a rift. Expect attack and defense clashes with respawns, missiles, and time-twisting lore. Now, yes, this is a temporary event. However, need I remind you, submarines were a temporary event. Super ships were a temporary event. Yeah, see where this is going? Yeah, all right. Captains, confirm receipt of this transmission. A temporal portal has been opened and the timeline distorted. We must seal the rift before the whole world falls. Update 14.10 opens up with the brand new Temporal Rift event. This sci-fi flavored temporary battle type features 2 unique operations with attack and defense gameplay and advanced warship technology. Operations Shattered Time and Rift Watch will be available sequentially for 2 weeks each during update 14.10. Then, in the first 2 weeks of update 14.11, both operations will be in rotation. In Temporal Rift, you will join a 9-player team to battle waves of bots across a massive sector-based map. A ship respawn mechanic and evolving battle dispositions will ensure non-stop, high-paced action. Shattered Time tasks your team with pushing through 2 consecutive defensive lines before you can capture one of the 2 enemy bases in a climactic final battle. Seize key areas to gain more time to battle for the base at the end and weaken its defenses. Artillery forts, repair ships, and aircraft carriers. In Rift Watch, the tables turn. Your team will defend the base and key areas, preventing bot attackers from capturing them. Your team will have the full might of the base defenses on your side. This time, forts, repair vessels, and aircraft support, but they can be weakened if the enemy bots capture key areas. Ships. Temporal Rift is played only on rental ships, specifically tailored for more dynamic, explosive gameplay. Lushun Kronos Carrier and Valkyrie will be available to you from the outset, and as you progress through the event, you'll be able to obtain more event ships and tweak their parameters with special upgrades. Temporal Rift ships are different to non-event ones and feature more accurate and more often damaging shots with less ricochets and less over-penetrations. Have explosive shells, citadels enabled on all ships, and more, providing faster and more engaging shootouts. Temporary Temporal Rift event ships are exclusively armed with a new weapon type, missiles. Missiles are easy to use. Just indicate the desired target area within range using the aerial view and launch. Missiles automatically identify a target in the selected area before homing in on it and impacting. Like torpedoes, missiles stay undetected for a period of time. Protective measures are also available. You'll be warned about incoming missiles if you are their target. Ships come equipped with the defense system's consumable. Activate it to temporarily reduce all incoming damage, including damage from other armaments. Temporal Rift will be explored in greater detail in a dedicated article. So yeah, this is 100% them testing out missiles and seeing how they do in the game. Now, if they reach this point to where they're like mask off testing missiles, I can tell you they are very seriously considering adding it to the game. So outside of, missiles coming to the game, the mode is actually pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. Missiles are very simple to use, which means they're also fairly boring. But, as baby's first missile test, it's a pretty entertaining mode. The guns are incredibly accurate. The velocities are all cranked up to 11. And they're not just testing missiles out in this mode, they're also testing a much larger map. The map for this mode is huge. If you look on the mini-map down below, that furthest outer line, that's the range of the Valkyrie's missiles. That is 40 kilometers. Now, as most of you should know, if you have Yami and a spotter plane and you pop that bad boy, you can cover most of the map. And that's only, 28, 29, maybe 30 kilometers? So this is 10 kilometers more than that. And yeah. If you want a more in-depth look at the Temporal Rift mode and missiles and how they work, you can check out my video on it, which I'll have pop up somewhere around here. Hey, editing Sealord, it's around 555 in the timeline. But yeah, this is happening. So I would encourage you guys to check out the mode just to get your hands on it and be able to provide Wargaming with your feedback. And if you don't like it, of course, please tell them that you don't like it. But again, there's a lot of questions that we just don't know the answers to about missiles. Like, how are they going to be implemented in a game? Are they just going to start bolting them onto tier 9 and 10 ships and super ships? Or are we going to get like tier 11, 12, 13, 14 with missile ships? We don't know. World of Tanks just added 2 more tiers to their game, so maybe Wargaming might do that here with World of Warships and have those ships be like early missile ships. We just don't know yet. And of course, there's like little to no counterplay. Supposedly you can dodge them, but the missiles go 400 knots, so you can't. And the counterplay for it right now is you push the defensive systems button when there's a missile coming in. You take like 80% or 90% less damage than you normally would. So, woo, how engaging, right? I think, CWIS, the way that they were kind of messing with CWIS and some counter systems in the Star Trek event with the shields, some type of thing that protects your ship that can get overwhelmed with missiles was a better idea, because you kind of like working your way through either the CWIS ammo or you overwhelm the CWIS with the amount of missiles it's having to shoot down, or same with like counter missiles and stuff. I think if they make that more dynamic, there's potentially a good place in here for missiles, but they don't have that yet. So yeah, again, you'll be able to get your hands on it sometime today if you are on the North American server. Alright, unassigned commanders. Complete operation secondary tasks to earn stars and advance through the events reward track. You can earn valuable items including coal, free XP, the blue digital perma camo, and commemorative flags for the event. Among the free rewards are 4 new commanders: Commander Joan Lee, Admiral Wolfgang Crow, Saber 777, and Dr. Marcus Steele. They are unassigned commanders, a new feature exclusively available in Temporal Rift for now, but it will be expanded in the future. Unassigned commanders initially have no nation or ship specialization. Once assigned to a ship of your choosing, they permanently get its nation and flag. Aside from that, they operate like regular commanders, and you can retain them for other ships of the same nation or send them to the reserve. Note that this feature is not intended to be applicable to historically accurate commanders in the future. So I think that's cool, being able to get this commander and he has some special traits or whatever, and you can, assign them to whatever ship you want. I think that's cool. Obviously, I don't think, and they point that out here, they're not going to let you slap Yamamoto on an Iowa, right? So they make a special note here that that is not going to be applied to historical commanders. Alright, up next is, of course, the Black Friday event. One of the 2 big events at the end of the year. So, this starts on October... Oh, it starts the day of the update. Look at that. Huh. Normally they kind of hold it back for November, but I guess since that's so far... Yeah, that's almost to the end of this update, so... Okay, makes sense. Alright, so yeah, goes live October 29th, so friggin'... get your credit card out, boys and girls. The return of the Black Friday fleet might be expected, but the excitement never fades. Discover 5 new ships, updated themed containers, special offers, and more. You've been waiting for this the whole year, and now Black Friday is almost here. It's bringing a whole fleet of remarkable newcomers: Puerto Rico B, Rhode Island B, Nushashimi B, Carl XIV Johann B, and Shield B. Of course, most of the fan favorites will also be there, and you'll be able to treat your port with Black Friday variants of many ships. As usual, there will be various additional rewards and options to expand your Black Friday collection. Be sure to consult a separate article that's coming soon with all the Black Friday content and options listed. The Black Friday Squadron. This year, the event introduces Black Friday Squadron, a feature showcasing pairs of ships, the original version and their Black Friday counterparts. It will help you easily track your eligibility for traditional Black Friday combat missions, which you unlock by completing ship pairs during the event. Completing the missions will reward you with doubloons, as well as other valuable resources in some cases. Additionally, for every Black Friday version of a ship you acquire during the event, you'll advance the Black Friday Squadron progress bar. As a bonus for the launch of this new feature, previously owned Black Friday ships will also count towards your progress bar. The speed of your progress will also depend on each Black Friday ship's rarity, and each milestone will bring you an additional reward. Okay, so that's cool for those of us that have, standard ships and black ships together. I mean, I've got like the Mass B, the Massachusetts, the Pomeran B, Alaska and Alaska B. And, you just get them in containers sometimes when you're going through the Black Friday event when it's going live. So that's cool. I think I got the Otago B as well. So, good on them for that. Rewarding players that do have both ships. That's nice. We've talked about the Puerto Rico B and the Rhode Island B. Those are probably the two biggest headliners, I guess you could say, in this year's Black Friday event. Now, we know the Rhode Island B can be purchased outright, but the Puerto Rico B, you gotta buy the Black Fleet for it, which is going to be hella expensive. So that means you have to buy the pack that has the Puerto Rico B, the Rhode Island B, the Nushashimi B, the Carl XIV Johann B, and the Shield B. Those are, 2 Tier 10s, 2 Tier 9s, and a Tier 8 premium. Even though it's Black Friday and it's going to be marked down a bit, that's still hella expensive for the Puerto Rico. So, yeah. Again, we did a video on how the Puerto Rico's doing in 2025. I'll link that somewhere around here, too. Editing Sealord, that's about 11 minutes and 51 seconds into the video. So, yeah, Black Friday's coming back. Always a big highlight of the year. And as usual, the previous Black Friday ships are returning as well. So you can also use this opportunity to pick up rare ships like the Jean Bar and the Alaska. So be on the lookout for those guys too, which those used to be the two big hitters for the event. But now, of course, with the Rhode Island and the Puerto Rico coming back, oh yeah. Okay, so the event pass for the Black Friday event. Your pass to Shinonome B, Theme Commanders, and both Black Friday 2025 Premium and Standard containers for an even deeper Black Friday experience. This updates event pass is your way to enhance the Black Friday celebrations further and get theme rewards from both progression lines. The first progression line will bring you 6 Black Friday 2025 containers, U.S. Commander Raymond Lewis, and 1 Black Friday 2025 Premium container as the final reward. That's the free line. Very cool. Can it get even more Black Friday-ish? Yes, it can. With the second progression line unlocked for 2,500 doubloons, you immediately receive Japanese Commander Ikeda Mamoru. After that, each level of both lines can be completed via the event pass missions for 750 or for 750 doubloons. Further down the line, 12 Black Friday 2025 containers, Shinonome B, and 2 Black Friday 2025 Premium containers as the final reward. Alright. If you do already have the Shinonome B, you get 8.7 million credits as compensation. The Lushun Dockyard B, the Lushun B Dockyard is carrying on until November 24th, so there you go. And something I am very much excited for, the Assisted in Destruction ribbon is now becoming a thing. You should see that popping up in the background footage as well. This is something that I and many others have been asking Wargaming to add in for a year, because I'm tired of getting my kills stolen and not getting the credit. So, they say for this, not every shot sinks a ship, but your efforts will now be marked in the records. A new ribbon recognizes your assisting role in sending enemies to the bottom. Your help in bringing any enemy ship down will be awarded with a new ribbon. It's probably a familiar situation. You've hammered an enemy ship with shells, only for the destroyed ribbon to go to someone else who is lucky enough to land the final blow. No one likes the feeling of sweet success being snatched away from them, so we're recognizing your impact by introducing the new Assisted in Destruction ribbon. This ribbon will be awarded to you if you didn't destroy the enemy ship but had significant input in seeking her in battle. You should deal damage with a certain metric. It should be no less than a third of the enemy ship's maximum HP, or contribute with cumulative damage of several metrics. In this case, it should be at least 2/3 of the ship's maximum HP. So either like you directly deal, like you do a hit that does a third of the enemy ship's damage, the third of the enemy ship's HP, and then someone else slaps it for the last 2/3, you get an assist ribbon. Or like you whittle at it with HE and fires and floods and such, and in that case over time, it's got to be at least 2/3 of the ship's maximum HP, through their healing and stuff. These metrics include direct damage, spotting damage, fire and flooding damage from you and your team while damage control party was on cooldown, triggered by your actions. You can get multiple assisted and destruction ribbons during each battle, and several different players can receive the ribbon for helping to destroy the same ship. That's excellent, promotes team play, and rewards those of us that are tired of getting our kills stolen. Alright. Salvage for victory, Blyskawica 52. Ah, yes. Black Friday keeps the army busy, but a separate arrival awaits Blyskawica 52. Starting from the second week of Update 14.10, you'll be able to exchange your resources to get new Blyskawica 52 in the event in honor of Poland's National Independence Day and Polish Navy Day. Blyskawica 52 is a fast and agile destroyer with rapid-firing guns that deal high damage per minute with HE shells. She has access to the improved surveillance radar, engine boost, and repair party, but lacks smoke generator and has a small HP pool. However, she takes only half damage in her midsection after a certain damage threshold is met. Very French of you, Blyskawica. Exchange your steel, research points, and a limited number of premium days and Elite Commander XP to move through the event's progress bar and get themed rewards, including the Blyskawica 44 and aura farming permanent camouflages for all 3 Blyskawicas. Yeah, that's right. They added that in. That's pretty cool. I do like that. So the way it works, the guy comes out, dances for a few minutes at the start of battle, and then he dips away. So alright, if you want to throw your life savings away at the Blyskawica 52, feel free for it. Feel free to do it. I probably won't because I need to get the Hawaii, but yeah. Again, like the dance. Coming out of nowhere, Commander Brandon Herrera.
This is why Ireland isn't free.
From the Lone Star Estate, fully armed up and up to date, a new collaboration sails in. World Warships welcomes Brandon Herrera, aka the AK Guy. On November 11th, the U.S. observes Veterans Day, a day to honor and remember those who served and protected their country. World Warships salutes our veterans and is happy to honor the occasion by introducing new high-impact content. Tame the main, steady your aim, and embark on a special combat mission to unlock a brand new commander. Brandon Herrera, aka the AK Guy, is joining World Warships. The limited time campaign comes packed with Herrera's signature tactical edge and will earn you the proud Texan himself, completed with an individual voiceover and commemorative flag. I remember seeing this popping up on Instagram and I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I guess I should have, they've done Fat Electrician and Matt from Demolition Ranch in the past, so I guess it makes sense to do, who is, I believe now, the biggest gun tuber on YouTube, or one of the biggest for sure, so, okay, that's cool. I like it. Odd that they're bringing him in for Veterans Day, because he's not a veteran, but okay. Does a bunch of stuff for veterans, though, so good on him for that. Alright, so some last bits here. The Liberty Harbor is, of course, continuing through this update. It ends on December 3rd, so, keep grinding up those missions, boys and girls. I'm doing pretty well. I've just about got the military port done and fully upgraded. Then I'll be focusing on the Naval Command Center next and get that fully upgraded and just work the way around the table that way. But definitely snowballing, getting good amount of points with the updated harbor and all that jazz. So yeah, keep going, boys and girls. Bridgeport awaits us at the end of the event. Speaking of the end of the event, the 10th anniversary is continuing this update as well, and this one goes through December 31st. This is, just logging in, playing a battle a day, gets you your free still and or doubloons, along with the GQ Johnny, who also you get at the end of the event by playing, well, 1 or 5 battles a day, depending upon how you want to do it. So yeah, keep up, boys and girls. We're almost there. And that's about it for the big notes for this update. So obviously the main focus of this update is, you know, missiles coming with the Temporal Rift temporary event or temporary battle type, and of course the Black Friday event with Puerto Rico and Rhode Island returning. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know, you guys should be able to be playing this as this video goes up. So if you tried out Temporal Rift, let me know what you guys think about the missiles. Which ships are you going for in the Black Friday event? How much does the Puerto Rico B cost? Because I'm making this the day before, so I don't really know the cost of it just yet. But share that with us down below, dear viewers. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday and wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.